Crossroads Media.
That Spencer Strider guy, huh? Holy hell. Outside of the playoffs last season, in the regular season, he's faced the Phillies 7 times. He's 7-0 with a 1.56 ERA. We got a taste of that tonight. Holy hell. Now, it was a problem offensively. Outside of a Bryce Harper 3-run shot, you were non-existent. Even the double by JT Realmuto was painfully nothing whatsoever, so it was dead flat. What do you know? Sometimes this team does that. What sucks is you thought maybe they could build some momentum off of the beatdown that happened yesterday and the explosion. 7 runs, 5 homers. Spencer Strider is nasty. There's no doubt about it, and that's scary stuff. Think about this. When you're in a playoff series with this team, you see that twice. That's automatic 2 W's to the Braves. And then factor in what Ronald Acuna Jr. is doing. He's flirting around 50. He'll win MVP this season. Steals bags. He's great. He's fucking fantastic. And that's what you have to deal with. This is why the Braves are special as hell. But, man, I'll tell you what. I thought that there'd be some life offensively, maybe, even if you lost. Think about the difference if this was 5-4 and both teams play well. In the 9th inning, you get a couple base runners on. You fall flat with the man on third, but you get there and you're in that position. Something about showing the Braves that you won't go away easy. Instead, while we need more from the offense, the whole piggyback sucked. Lorenzen, 37 pitches for his 1 out. That's a disaster. That's as bad as you can get. Now, I know that Cristopher Sanchez was dealing with traffic a lot of the innings. I don't think it gets as horrible as Lorenzen. So when it's 7-3 after Bryce Harper's home run, what if it's 5-3? That changes everything. My point is maybe Cristopher Sanchez does have more allowed runs. Instead of 4 innings, 3 earned runs, maybe it's 6 innings, 4 earned runs. Maybe it's 6 innings, 5 earned runs. I'll take that in a heartbeat over this Lorenzen thing. His ERA since the no-hitter is a 9.23. How the hell do you drop off that much? He's in the unpitchable category. You're around 10? You're fighting with the 10 ERA to stay alive below a 10 ERA? How do you use that? And there's been a ton of hatred towards Dave Dombrowski. There's no way in hell anyone could have expected this to happen at the time of the trade deadline. Bringing in him and what he did leading up to the All-Star break, it's a nice acquisition. So you saw a 10 ERA basically happening after a no-hitter? I can't blame anyone. And trust me, if you want to go down that road and start picking apart Dave Dombrowski for all the good that he's done, and then compare that to all the bad that he's done, you'd be a fool. It would take 7 seconds to rip apart the bad, and then a 3 to 4 5-hour lecture hall on all the greats. So don't play that game. All right, it's stupid. What else is stupid is looking at this game log from Lorenzen. Do you want me to read them off or no? All right, I will. Okay? That no-hitter happened. Then he followed that up. 3 1/3, 6 earned runs against the Washington Nationals. The Giants, 5 2/3, 4 earned runs, 3 walk batters. 6 innings pitched, 3 earned runs against the Angels. You'll take that. 6 innings, 6 earned runs, 3 walk batters. 5 innings, 4 earned runs, 2 walk batters. And then what we saw today. What are we doing here? What the hell is this collapse? We asked Rob to push him. Quite frankly, we would have lost our minds if Rob Thomson pulled him from that game. But now Rob has this to his advantage. I don't want to hear any more complaining out of you when I make a decision to pull somebody out. I'm sorry, I don't know what I just did with the screen there. I'm trying to move things over. I see some hotline calls coming in, and here I am almost making it a black screen for you. But I basically watched a black screen tonight because they had zero chance in this one. I could have had a better time watching the black screen because maybe something good would have happened. That makes no sense. What else makes no sense is my bookie, because all they do is give you phenomenal offers and fantastic, fantastic odds. Go to MyBookie. As a bettor, you demand perfection, and MyBookie delivers NFL, college football, and a brand new cash-out system that gives you options to bet and win all season long. First two legs of your parlay hit, cash out early, and place another bet. Or let it ride for a chance at a bigger payday. Join the MyBookie family for an entire season filled with daily odds boosts, same-game parlays, and super contests. This season, MyBookie has a no-strings attached cash bonus that lets you deposit and withdraw quickly. So use promo code BRODES on a deposit of $50 or more, and you can receive up to $200 in cash instantly to your MyBookie account. So bet your deposit amount once, and you're ready to withdraw at any time. Again, that's promo code BRODES to claim your cash deposit bonus. You can bet anything, anytime, anywhere, only with MyBookie. Their information is down below in the description, so check it out. Yeah, when it became 7-3 and Marte gives up a jack, and I thought we were alive. I said, we're alive, baby! I put that out on the Twitter. We're alive! All right, I'm done live tweeting this one. I demanded basically around the second inning to get to the bullpen. Okay, normally you see someone in their rhythm and it's the sixth inning and you see the pitch count and you wonder, okay, if you stretch out a 25 pitch inning here, if you work a few at-bats to make them sweat, maybe they get him out of there, and then in the seventh and the eighth inning you can get to their pen. That's when you start filtering in the pen. I'm going to that in the second inning when it's so easy for the guy. It's sick. And that stash, it's fantastic. That's a good look. The stash on Spencer Strider. When you're that good at your job, and when you make guys look like fools, because a lot of those at-bats were rough. They were so on a seesaw. They had zero knowledge of what pitch was coming next. Dude, he's so good. You know who's not very good? Look at these segues this show. Holy. Aaron Nola. You know who the Phillies have lined up tomorrow to win a series potentially on the road? Aaron Nola. How's this going to play out? I don't even want to think about it. I don't. I need help from all of you, though. That's why we'll take a few calls here and react to the madness. I won't keep you too long, I don't think, with the quick turnaround tomorrow at noon, 12:20 afternoon tilt. Not a lot of time to sit in this one. Grab your stuff, go home. We'll see you back at the ballpark early in the morning. Get your coffee, get something to eat. Don't stick to the tofu. I only have to eat the tofu because of the high cholesterol. Get to the good stuff. Get some nice fat donuts in you, Schwarbs, and then, you know what I'm saying? Hit a home run or two or three or four, whatever. I'm sure you can. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. I would never doubt you for 1 second, okay? Stop it. Don't listen to this. This is just ridiculous. All right, we know. Everybody knows. The whole city knows. 98% of the city knows. The 2% that still think that's not baseball. God bless your soul. Let's do this.
Well, Hunter, I think Rob Thomson is never going to let any Philly starting pitcher in the future try to pitch a no-hitter with over 100 pitches. That's never going to happen again after what we are witnessing with Michael Lorenzen. It is absolutely just mind-boggling how bad he has been since throwing that no-hitter it is ridiculous. Like, seriously, there needs to be like an ESPN special on it. It is that crazy. But today just wasn't in the cards for you. Spencer Strider was just more than nasty. Like, he was a step above nasty. Like, he was that good.
No, you're right. You're right. He was, oh my God, this is Justin Verlander in his prime. This is Clayton Kershaw when he had all his stuff. This is Tim Lincecum in a minor run that he had and he took over by storm. I'm just naming the greats of the greats. It is so disgusting. At some point, you do have to tip your cap and recognize that's why they win all the time. That's why, on top of all the awesome offense and the home runs and the doubles and knocking guys in, it's crazy. It's crazy. But Spencer Strider is also the other elements. When we watch the Phillies compete, we ask for their offense to make up for all of their other problems. Hey, you suck with your bullpen right now. Your starting pitching is failing. Really, it's just Zach Wheeler for a couple of starts. Now, I love the fact that we're getting that. I'm looking big picture and looking at the season in its entirety leading up to this point. Hey, can you please score 9 runs because we can't stop a nosebleed? They don't do that. They don't have to worry about that. They get both. Not all the time. You saw them with Kyle Wright working on some things. You know, he's not fully there yet, but, you know, I'm just saying. Spencer Strider, oh my God. I don't want to face that in the playoffs. They got to him last year. Not the same, though. A lot of circumstances dictated that Braves series, and I've highlighted that, I'd say, over the last week or two, that remember, I won't take away that run from anybody, and I don't want to lose sight of how electric it was. And all you can do is control the controllables. That's out of the Phillies' hands, what the Braves dealt with last year. But I remember it when thinking about a potential series and who you line up with. It happened. It did happen. Let's go to Nolan in Hilltown.
Well, that sucked. The offense tonight was just overmatched by Strider. I mean, give him credit. He's a damn good pitcher. And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how we match up against him in the playoffs. Besides the Bryce home run, not a whole lot to show for. Got to win tomorrow with Aaron Nola on the mound. Easier said than done, but we'll see what happens. Go Phillies.
Oh, the pain that causes my eardrums. Oh, you're telling me. Here's the good thing about it. All right, if it does happen to Aaron Nola, right, which means we're not happy and it's a sad afternoon. And you know what I'm saying? If it's one of those Aaron Nolas, I didn't wait all day for it. It's quick. It's less painful. Bang. It's a backstab, and then they run off. I wake up. I have my coffee. I've been on a nice Wawa hazelnut run here. 24 ounce, too. Isn't it sweet when you get the big, tall-ass coffee cup? There's something about the 24, aesthetically I'm talking, that means so much when I'm drinking it. But I went hazelnut, splash a little hazelnut creamer in there, too. So I get that, and quick turnaround, you're right back at the diamond. You're right back rocking the Bash Brothers tee. Yep, that's right. I think I got this 3 years ago outside the CBP for $15, one of those. I think I worked them down. I only got a 10. Man, what size you need? Extra large. And this hangs out in the after I shower drawer, and I'm lazy and I'm laying around the house tee. These are the type of ones that I use. Why you need that information? You don't. You don't at all. I'm scared thinking of Aaron Nola. And the good thing about it is, if it's ugly, I think it's ugly quick. I think. What if it's a drag? But let me play the other side here, all right? Think about a 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Wednesday. After you crush the Atlanta Braves, Nola goes 7. Nola allows 1 earned run, 1 walk, and the 1 earned run happened to be a solo shot. That's possible. I wouldn't say highly likely, but it's a possibility? All jokes aside, because that home run I just mentioned in the fantasy, Cristopher Sanchez, first pitch, and you're down 1-0. I do like the way he battles. I don't know what Cristopher Sanchez ever becomes. Maybe this is the ceiling, the fifth starter role. And hey, Rob, it would be nice to trust him. He couldn't have done worse than Lorenzen. Actually, stop. There's no way in hell he did worse because no one in the history of pitching could do worse than what Lorenzen did. I'm watching the pitch count rise, and I'm still seeing the graphic on the screen. What? No outs? What do you mean no outs? Your arm's about to blow out. What do you mean no outs? Jeez. Even if he went 6 and allowed 5, 6 and allowed 4, let the fifth starter do it. I'd be pissed if I was Sanchez. And I bet you he is deep down. Like, yo, what more do I have to do to kind of earn the respect? Because you see what you went to? And this isn't the first time. This is a common trend with his decision-making with Sanchez. And he does it even when they do great, you know?
Rob, how many times are you going to have to be taught this lesson? This is probably the fourth or fifth time Thomson has made this exact same mistake. You pull Sanchez too early in a start where he's doing pretty good, and the bullpen just drops the ball. Especially your starter who you just moved to the bullpen who isn't used to these types of situations yet. Amazing freaking job. I'm not even going to get terribly mad at Lorenzen. I'm pissed at Lorenzen, but I mean, Lorenzen's got to transition and crap, you know? He's got to figure that shit out. So he was put in a bad situation in my eyes. Cristopher Sanchez has been pitching amazingly, and he's been like the one pillar we've had in our starting pitching rotation, save for Wheels. So the fact that Thomson seems to fucking hate him is getting me really pissed off.
I don't get it either. I don't get it. I don't get why they don't see. That's all, just see. Maybe this is the wake-up call. Yo, Rob, remember the last time you did this? If Sanchez is 5 innings in, 3 earned runs at 76 pitches, let's just say that's the case, right? Don't pull him. Give him one more. He could face adversity. I've seen him do it and limit damage, get the changeup working. He's got a really nice changeup. I don't get it. Now, I do have to put more blame on Lorenzen than you. I know what you're saying. It was stupid by Rob, but all things considered, I'm asking to get more than 1 out in 37 pitches. Like, bro, if you can't do that, then what the hell is your use? Right? Remember we dealt with this with Covey for a little bit? If he was in a role when you're used when the team is up 7-1, and now it's 7-6. Craig Kimbrell's getting up. His arm's now used, which affects the third game of the series because you needed to rely on him when you shouldn't have. Covey, if you can't get run out onto the mound when you're up 1 billion runs and just asking desperately to get out of it without using more of your reliable dudes, well, then what purpose do you serve? If Lorenzen can't handle an inning, then what do you do? You should be starting and really being a third starter, a fourth starter. You can't beat out Taijuan Walker. You can't beat out this version of Ranger Suarez. That's where the mental, the in your head when you're putting together the pitching staff. Excuse me. Losing train of thought. In your mind, when you put together the starting lineup and the starting rotation for a playoff series, we should be mentally preparing for Michael Lorenzen to be 3, 4 instead of, yo, can you give us 1 inning? So I'm mad at him. I'm glad I was able to reciprocate that somehow. I think I did it. It's asking for a lot. I feel like the Phillies offense. Except I'm not going up against Spencer Strider. Going up against myself. Although, hey, Maybe it is.
Well, that was ugly. This Cristopher Sanchez thing with Rob Thomson is just pissing me off. I know he wasn't sharp by any means, but he's at 60 pitches and he wasn't terrible. You've got to give him another inning there. And seriously, did anybody think going to Michael Lorenzen was going to work? Did anybody in this entire universe think that was going to work?
No.
That guy needs to get the Kyle Gibson treatment come postseason time. I don't want him touching the field. Okay? His pitching sucks outside of when Zach Wheeler pitches. It's awful, man.
Common thoughts around the world right now with this team. We don't know how the hell we'll survive with this pitching. Now, why we have to take shots at Kyle Gibson? I thought Kyle Gibson got too much hate. All right, savvy vet. I loved it. I loved when Kyle Gibson was on. I'm just telling you, there was but towards the postseason, it was the abuse show, if you will. Meaning Kyle Gibson would get abused every time he threw a pitch, and he forgot how to pitch. And yes, that's a perfect way to describe what we're seeing out of Lorenzen. The problem is, I don't want to see Sir Anthony. I don't want to see Lorenzen. I don't want to see Walker. I don't want to see, who else do I not want to see? Bellotti. I don't want to see. I keep saying I don't want to see to a lot of the pitching staff. How long can you last with Craig Kimbrell, who I'm sure is going to get abused, meaning this time Rob goes to him a lot, and I don't know if as a workhorse in the playoffs we can go to him as frequently as we probably need because we're desperate. And if we do, then maybe he leaks oil. And if he leaks oil, where the hell do you look next? Do you see how this can really find some trouble and find some trouble quickly? What do? Jose, who's still iffy, Soto, who's very iffy, Hoffman, Kimbrell. What do you do? I get it. You stay away from pitchers who look like this. I know. All right, quick turnaround. We'll be talking tomorrow. Wish us luck, please. I need this. I need this for my sanity. Because sometimes it's lost. Thank you guys all so much. We'll be talking soon. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.